Hey YouTube, stay. Uh, hope it stay. I should have turned it the other way, but today I want to talk about something that was really disappointing. Okay, this is better. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I saw something disturbing on Facebook today, and I thought I would do a video about it because I see it very common. It relates to credit as well. And so I'm in a real estate wholesaling Facebook group, and somebody, I wish I could remember, but somebody was saying they were looking for the post of a person who said that since they had not got a real estate deal yet, that they were going to commit suicide. And that was really disturbing. And the person was looking for the post, and it had about 100 and something comments. Some were good, some were bad. And I'm not here to place judgment on the person that posted the post, because it seems like there can be some other issues that that person may be going through. But I will share this, and that's why I titled this video Social Proof. You know, we live in a day and time where anyone can turn on their turn on their smartphone, record a video, upload it onto YouTube. And now with live, which is what I'm doing now with YouTube, you can pretty much hit a button and just go live. And what happens is that a lot of people are thieves of content, and they'll respin it and give it their own twist, and then go out to the masses. And that is the reason why I do social proof when it comes to credit. Sharing with you real results that people have. Because what happens is that so many, and I'm gonna share with you how this relates to that post. So many people are truly looking for help, and so all they can pretty much go on is the social proof, because you can't really sift out who is real and who is the charlatans. And truly, that is what social proof is. It's that if I'm on social media telling you that, oh, you can rebuild your credit, you can do this, you can do that, well, let me show you the social proof of individuals that I have helped. But the caveat to that, and this is where it relates to real estate, is that when you're in these real estate groups, everyone is posting checks. Oh, hey, I just got a check today. Look at my check. And the checks can go range from $5,000 up. And so a person who is new to the area of real estate or anything, or with credit, thinks that, hey, there's a whole bunch of information on YouTube. Let me just go ahead on YouTube and look at a few videos and just try to figure it out. And see, what happens is that they may try it for a month, even 2 months. If they're consistent, they may even do it for 3 months. And what happens is that they lose faith, and then they don't do it. And they give up. And see, that is really sad, because currently I told you about a real estate mastermind that I am in a local basis. It's not an online thing. It's a physical location that we go to and we mastermind. And a lot of the people were saying, oh, people who are doing deals and have closed on deals, please show some of your checks to encourage others. And you know what? That is true. That can be encouragement. But it also, depending on where mentally that person is, and like I said, for that person who put that post in that they were going to commit suicide because they haven't got a real estate deal. See, what happens with social media is that you start to compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. And so I had to tell somebody in that real estate group that I'm going to refrain from that, because see, people think that just because you came in the same time that they came in, that you're where they're at. And so I had to tell a few of them that, don't feel discouraged. I am not new to real estate. There are relationships of people that I have locally that I'm able to tap into outside of that group. So if someone is starting where I'm at, came in at the same time, and see that I am securing real estate deals, then they're going to think, well, what am I doing wrong? And I had to tell someone, don't feel like that. There is someone who I know on a very close basis. He's a very active real estate investor, him in New Jersey, here in New Jersey. I know him personally. I met him over 10 years ago when I first started my journey. I know him on a personal basis. And he doesn't do any personal coaching or what have you. He's just someone who did very well for himself. And he's at the point now that his cup is overflowing. And so since he has such an overflowing cup, it is nothing for him to share advice and to give advice. Especially, I know him on a personal basis. We did deals together. And so with me knowing that, I know that someone else can't compare their journey to me. And that's the problem with social media. There's a meme on social media that says, don't compare your real life to someone's social media life. And that is so true, because with social media, people are only going to show you their best day. They're never going to show you the bad day. And that's why when I do these YouTube videos, I've had people who have came to me and said, well, Lorelia, you would have a larger following, a more engaged community because you put up great content, but on a aesthetic level, you're not all glammed up. And that may be true. If people are only interested in my physical exterior, why I don't have a full face of makeup, hair done to the T, hey, because I am a mom and a wife first, along with me being a business owner. And so a lot of times I am in the house. So I'm not going to just get glammed up to just do a video. Because if I had did that, I would have never put out as much content that I have. And the content that I have put out has really helped people. If I had waited to get it perfect. And I understand, hey, how you doing, digital media? And make sure you watch, if you didn't catch the beginning, make sure you watch the beginning, because I mentioned about something that was very disturbing that I saw on Facebook. But going back to what I'm saying, I truly feel like whoever is for me is for me. Yes, I understand, we live in a day and time where physical features is very, very important. There's a post I've seen a meme on Facebook or Instagram where it says that everybody on Instagram is rich and look good. And it's like how the young people say people stunting for the gram. Everybody is, all the girls are so put together, hair right, body right, and everybody's making money, doing the 50 cent money to the ear, the whole nine. And that's why I said, don't compare your real life to someone's social media life. Now, how does this relate to credit? I recently had someone, and now I'm going to talk about trust in the process. If you are someone that have decided that I am going to, whatever it is, you know, learning real estate, rebuilding your credit, and you feel like, because recent Facebook group, I put something up there about helping people rebuild their credit, getting out of debt, increasing their cash flow. And there was a lady who said, well, why should I pay when I get all this information for free? And I said, you know what, you're right. I said, my YouTube channel alone, I know for certain it's 200 videos solid just on credit. So no one's going to come to me and say, I need to still do stuff for free and not charge people, when I have a whole bunch of content on free. I have audios on SoundCloud. I have blog posts on my blog, and material. I have audios that I sell. I have books that I sell. And then there's a whole bunch of free stuff. Like I said, the YouTube, the SoundCloud, the blog. And so I told her, you're right, you can do it for free. But this is the caveat of free. I recently, normally on a regular basis, I have people who reach out to me, and someone came to me, and it was a very simple problem that they were having. I'm unable to remove old addresses off my credit report. I do not know what I use to be able to remove those items. Now, I knew by reading that email, I knew right from the door where in FCRA she could use, how she needed to word her letter to be able to have those addresses removed. If it makes you feel better, I'll show a recent credit report of somebody that I was working with. We removed the addresses off. What did I proceed to tell her? Well, if you would like to do a consultation for me to assist you, I can. Crickets. So what happens is now, what people don't realize is that although you can get all the free information off the internet, you are on chapter 1. I'm on chapter 50. And so you can't expect to watch a few of my videos, or maybe even a few of other people's videos. I don't know them. I don't know their track record. And then feel like, oh, I know what they know. I recently had someone, this was a consultation. Lady wasn't too happy with the results that she was getting from a practitioner, credit practitioner. I'm never one to, and I told her, I'm not going to talk against what that practitioner is doing, right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, I don't know that person. I don't know what relationship y'all enter. And see, I'm in a space of abundance. I don't feel like I have to knock what somebody else is doing to make myself look good. Because I'm telling you, people are in trillions of dollars of debt. And there is not one credit professional on this earth, even your God Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman, cannot handle them all. So with that being said, I'm never going to feel like I have to knock what somebody's doing. And so she felt like she was not getting the results that she wanted fast enough. What did I ask her, or what did I tell her? Well, are you doing it? Why? Now, when what a professional is not doing, and then I follow up, well, why aren't you doing it yourself? Oh, that's all the people. But nobody wants to point the finger at themselves. So as we proceeded in the conversation, she said, well, you know what? I see the program that you're offering, and I think I want to, be part of it. And I had to tell her, because I'm very transparent with people. I'm not going to tell nobody that, you working with me, I'm going to be able to deposit over 20 years of information in your head. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes some time. And whether I'm working with you or you deciding to take a vow to really understand how this industry works, you have to make that decision to say, I am going to be a student of this information. Because what I told her, don't think you're going to pick up where she left off and now you're going to hit the ground running. Could she do that? Yeah, she could. But the thing is that I'm never going to just committed a person is. A person gets one dunning letter from a credit bureau where it says, we are not going to remove any information, this, that, and the other. They done. They get 2, they get 3, it's a wrap. It's like, screw this. So that's why I'm saying I don't know your commitment level. And like I told her, when I started this journey in 98, I never got in this to say, oh, I'm going to go start teaching people credit. I said, you know what? It's interesting that we live in a day and time now where all you got to do is plug into a system. Plug into a system, get help, shorten your learning curve, which was not around back in the 90s. If you're a person of a certain age, in the 90s, it was dial-up and computers were very rare. So with that being said, there was no smartphone to go to where you can plug into a system. And I said, I wish I had that. It would have shortened my learning curve a lot. Because see, when I started in 98, I was just trying to get my own results. I didn't start going to the marketplace saying that I can now assist people until 10 years later, which was in 2008. 2008, I wasn't even on social media. I didn't even get on social media until 2009. I never did MySpace. My first social media account was was Facebook, and I was using that on a personal basis. Then while I was on there, I had a client who told me that I can use it for business. So in 2010, I started using it for business. And then in 2013 and turned 2012, I had to learn how to use it for business effectively. So I say that to say, I started learning stuff in 1998, didn't come to the marketplace saying that, people can hire me until 10 years later. So in that 10-year period, I was learning, and I was just trying to get results for myself. Not that I'm saying it took 10 years, but what I'm saying is now in this day and time, people can shorten their learning curve. But what happens goes back to what I was saying about the social proof and social media, is that people want to say, oh, I see she did that video, now let me try. And not knowing that they're at chapter 1 and I'm all the way at chapter 50. And the problem is that when people decide that they want to do it for free, free really means free. Free does not mean I'm going to do it for free, but then try to find professionals who do charge to see if they can provide the service for me for free. No, that's not free. Free is you gonna do it for free. You're gonna take the bumps, you're gonna take the bruises, you're gonna make some mistakes, and that's what it is. So that's all I have for you today. If this is your first time on this channel, like I said, or maybe I didn't say, but my name is Brown-Phillips, and people rebuild their personal credit to leverage their personal credit to be able to either buy assets or create assets and obtain a constant cash flow for themselves. And so please like and share this video. I'll have links underneath. And so that is all that I have for you today. I know the title may not be appealing, but it's something that needs to be addressed because unfortunately, we live in a day and time where people are comparing their real life to someone's social media life, and that is very deadly. It really is. So once again, this is Aurelia, and I'm signing off.